you've spoken very highly of Dallin and not just as a player, but as, you know, what his word means to everybody. So how do you adapt from here with one of your veteran leaders?
Well, you know, we've been together a long time, and these are things that happen in the National Football League. You know, I'm missing him already, but, you know, he brought a certain swag with him when he came here. He brought a certain play style with him when he came here, and I'd like to think that we think in the building it was contagious. And, you know, just these things happen, and we have to be able to move forward just like he does. And hopefully the attitude that he brought and the swag that he played with and the temperament and the play style will continue to carry through here.
Hey, Rich, during camp, you know, when Anders was kind of pushing things wide, right, he was talking about tempo. It just wasn't quite feeling good where it was. Are you seeing the same kind of thing going on right now?
No, not really. You know, it's a combination of some things. I think we felt like way back in the beginning we're going to go through this somewhere during the course of the year, and I think he has to be able to have a good ball contact on it. I'd like to get the snaps a little bit better. I'd like to get those a little bit cleaner at times, but it's just, you know, we miss tackles, we miss blocks, you're going to miss kicks. You know, I think early he made a bunch in a row, and we thought he was going to be the next perfect kicker. That's never been. So he's worked really hard. It was disappointing because he had a tremendous week of practice last week. So I think we're moving ourselves in the right direction. We'll see what turns out this week.
What's the challenge with their the return game?
With their return game?
Yeah.
I think the challenge for us, to be perfectly blunt, is that they've kind of gotten after us in the last 3 games that we've played Detroit since we've come to Green Bay. They've been more physical than us. They've made more plays than us. And, you know, I think they're really well coached by Fipp. I've gone against him. I was in Dallas. He was in Philadelphia the whole time. They play extremely physical. They're fast. They got some really good players on their team. And you know, I think we've had one big field goal and we've had one big return that didn't have a penalty. Other than that, we've had penalties against them. I think they tackled us 3 times inside the 20 last time we played them here. And so I think the challenge is, can we step up and compete physically with this group and run with this group? So we'll see what happens in the game. But I feel like they've gotten the best of us kicking game-wise the last 3 times we've played.
Hey, Rich, what does it mean to get Patrick back and kind of what he can add to your units? How he's back in Green Bay?
Yeah, I mean, he played on all phases when he was here before. It's exciting to get him back. He knows our system. He can play multiple spots for us. So hopefully he'll be up, and if he is, we'll see him running around.
Rich, what have you thought of your coverage units to this point?
What have I thought of them?
Yeah, just in general.
You know, I think we've been good at times, and I think we've missed some tackles that we should have made. I think we've had some opportunities inside the 25 that we've missed. I think we can play a little bit better in the red zone with the punts that we had a little bit earlier, and you know, we got to correct some of the missed kicks that we've had. You know, so I still think we're a work in progress. I still think that the standard is high, and we haven't really consistently matched what we think the standard is at this particular point. So I don't like when we make 2 plays and then we're poor for 3 plays and that sort of thing. I don't like when we play like that. I'd like to see us play a little bit more consistently on a positive end. I'd like to see us hit the standard a little bit more of what we think it should look like. Right, let someone else determine whether we're playing good or not. When they look at the tape, they know. And right now, it's not been very good.
Rich, what did you think of how you guys handled the mortar kicks that the Chargers did, and how Malik handled that one?
Yeah, I didn't think we did a very good job. I thought we should have fair caught the ball over there in the corner and got the ball at the 25. So it'd be real easy for me to chalk it up to a rookie mistake, but he knows better. I think we all know better out there, and I think we expect better going into the rest of these games.
Rich, how do you think Zane looked, and kind of being able to have that solo tackle and the punt coverage there?
Yeah, we thought Zane played well in last week's game. He actually had 2 what we call force plays on the 2 kickoffs. One, I thought he had a chance to draw a hold and did a heck of a job versus a double team and allowed Malik to make the tackle there. But then he made the big play off of the big punt coming out of the end zone, you know, in the open field. So he's a work in progress. He's playing a position he hasn't really played before out there at Flyer, and we're moving him around a little bit on kickoff. So hopefully he'll be up this week and continue to progress in the right direction. So we're excited about the direction he's going in right now.
Rich, I know it's part of the job as a special teams coordinator of not knowing who you're necessarily going to have some weeks, but when you have an injury report that looks like it does, and I don't know how many Thanksgivings you've coached in your career, but just how difficult is it to just sort of have an idea of what you're going to be working with on your units this week?
Yeah, fortunately, I've been in a lot of Thanksgiving games. We were at Dallas, you know, you played every year. You got to play at home, and then we had the one at the Raiders. We went to Dallas and played. And it's a short week anytime you play on a Thursday, right? This just happens to be Thanksgiving. And the one thing I will say is we have a lot of young guys that have been practicing in a lot of positions that if they do have to come up, we feel like they should be prepared to play well. Now, we saw Sapp come up last week and, you know, have a chance to make a play on the kickoff. And we're still not really sure, you know, who's going to dress come Thursday morning. But we feel confident that the guys that do come up and play have been put in position to hopefully, you know, put themselves out there a little bit and get a chance to make a play and be on the positive end of it. So there really are no excuses, whether it's a Thursday night game or Thursday morning game. If a guy's had the opportunity to prepare, then he should play well.